Welcome to the Chris Hatcher Show, presented by Alabama Power. I'm your host, Kevin Blackwell, and I'm joined by Samford head football coach Chris Hatcher. This past Saturday, Samford hosted the Chattanooga Mocs at Cyber Stadium, and from the very first play of the game, found themselves behind on the scoreboard. And unfortunately, the game ends with a defeat 55-13 to the Mocs. Coach, you said in your post-game comments that sometimes you just have to tip your hat to the other team. We just got whipped in all three phases of the game.
Well, we did. And first off, let's start on a positive note. We had another great crowd, and I appreciate all the support. I know our guys do. And then more importantly, our students are starting to really back our team. And you know, on our end, it's a little disappointing you didn't put a better show on, but we got to continue to have that in order to be the program that we're striving to be. But again, we knew going in the game, playing a team that we didn't necessarily match up well at certain positions, a team that Samford in general has not had much success with against in football. And then when you play a team that's maybe a tad bit better than you going in the ball game, and you make the mistakes we made early in the game, it usually turns out not to be a good day for your team, and that's what happened. Got behind early, started pressing a little bit to try to overcome some mistakes, which usually they get compounded at that point. And then at the second half, it was basically I told the guys, hey, look, man, we're gonna take some chances. We could keep it a little bit closer, or we could get beat real bad. And unfortunately, we got beat real bad.
Well, let's talk about the offense. Offensively, unfortunately, the story of the game really was turnovers and some some penalties that really hurt us, frankly, and also an inability to sustain those drives. Liam Welch those 3 interceptions, and one of those pick 6, and we fumbled the ball. Coach, after that big catch by Vice, we carried the ball into their territory, fumbles. And then, of course, Chandler Smith on that great run that reverse takes the ball 66 yards, and then it gets called back for a penalty. You just can't do those things against a great team.
No, there's no question. And, a little bit of it had to do with the way they were playing. Good players. And then we were undisciplined at certain times as well. But as poorly as we started the game, we're down 14-3, and we run a reverse to Chandler Smith, get it all the way to the 6, get it called back from Holden. To me, that was a crucial play in the game because we regained a little momentum, and we were saying, we're starting to believe a little bit. And then offensively, I want to say, we only ran 52 plays, and we had in the first half 3 1-and-out drives due to turnovers, and it doesn't matter who you play. You can't win doing things of that nature.
And talking about the defense, the defense was on the field a long time Saturday. Chattanooga held the ball for 43 minutes of the game clock. And, when your offense is not able to sustain those drives, your defense never gets a chance to rest. And with the depth issues, with the injuries right now, that was really an issue.
Well, it was. And they did a good job of mixing the pass and play action pass. And then on the flip side of it, sometimes those numbers get a little bit skewed. We got to get some 3-and-outs, and we started playing better in this late second quarter. We stopped them 2 series in a row, and then offensively we couldn't get anything going. So again, we gotta play a little bit better complementary football. But again, we just got so far behind so early, and it was just a catch-up mode the entire day.
Yeah. Well, Coach, just take us into that locker room after the game. What was your message to the team?
Really, I didn't really have to say much. It was a very somber, disappointed locker room. I would say this. We're disappointed in our way our record is right now. Okay. We've had some self-inflicted wounds. We've had some bad luck. Played some good teams throughout the course of the way. But we got a bunch of smart guys. They're good players. They're good people, and there wasn't much to be said. Everybody in that room, coaches included. We were disappointed. Our pride was hurt, and we knew we got whooped. And Monday we came back and had a great attitude, had a great practice, and hopefully our practices will continue to be good as the week progresses.
Well, that's good news because this week the Bulldogs travel to Lexington, Virginia to take on the upstart VMI Cadets. Keydets come into the game with a 5-2 record. Their most recent wins, Coach, against pretty good teams, Chattanooga and Mercer. Of course, this past week they had a bye week, so we know they're going to be rested. That's a long road trip. The weather forecast isn't looking good. Your thoughts on the matchup against the Keydets?
Well, again, it's like every week. We got to focus on ourselves, and we got some key guys that won't be able to go with us this week unless some things change as the week goes on. Need some guys to step up. And, again, it's a long trip. It's a very difficult place to play. The weather does not look favorable for either team. And on top of that, they're red hot right now. I mean, red hot. They got a great quarterback. Defensively, they do they're very confident. They blitz you every play man coverage, give up the deep ball. They go out and play man coverage the next time. So we got a work cut out for us. They're the defending champs. But I feel like we match up well with them. I feel like our guys are in a good place, and I feel like all of us want to get that sour taste out of our mouth, and I expect us to go play really, really well.
Sure. Well, kickoff for Samford versus VMI will be at 12:30 Central Time. And the game can be seen on ESPN Plus. And fans, just a reminder, the homecoming is coming up soon. You need to secure your tickets while they last at SamfordTickets.com for that big matchup against Citadel coming up on November the 6th. Well, that does it for the Chris Hatcher Show, presented by Alabama Power.